The code word for today's devotional is sacrifice. And the devotional emphasized another concept that we find very familiar to us, and that is guilt. And no one likes that feeling of guilt. And yet guilt is the right response to wrong behavior. And we have to recognize that sometimes guilt is something that works in our favor because it leads us to the goodness of God. It leads us to repentance. But we have to also recognize that through Jesus' sacrifice, we can find forgiveness. And that means that we won't have an eternity of guilt, that we will be able to have an eternity of joy. And that's because God gave his only begotten Son, his one and only Son, who was able to provide us with that kind of a redemption, a complete forgiveness of all our wrongs. And I want us to maybe this week take some time to think about those who are in our lives that need forgiveness. Maybe they need God's forgiveness, and we need to pray that we have opportunity to tell them about Jesus and what he's done for us. But maybe it's also people in our lives that want our forgiveness, and we have to recognize the forgiveness that we've already received. We have to understand that God came into our mess and to our way of life to meet our greatest need. And maybe there's someone in your life that has made a mess, and they need you to come in their time of need and to offer them that kind of goodness, that kind of forgiveness, the kind that requires something of you. Because we have to recognize that sacrifice always comes at a cost, and Jesus was willing to pay that cost.